If you'd like to hide the total line on your customer orders, your vendor orders, and maybe your vendor bills, you can do so by making sure that two properties are met. First, you need to make sure that the document total is $0, and also we need to hide the line item totals on the document. Let's see how to do this in action. Here, when I'm on a job and I'm looking at my budget currently, I'm going to create a proposal first, a customer order. So we'll click plus document, and then I'll choose my proposal document template here. And I'm just going to include everything from my job budget in that proposal. So we'll click create. And now you'll see that I do have all of the totals showing, including the total for the bottom of my entire document. So I need to do two things here. The first is to make sure that I'm hiding the line item totals on all of my lines. So we'll do that. But still, you'll see that I have a total at the bottom. The next step is to make sure that all of my document total is $0. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on Edit Item Details. And here's where I can go behind the scenes of the document and edit any of my line item information. So here you'll see that I can go over into the price of this document, since we're showing the price to the customer, and I can either go one by one and zero out, the groups or maybe the lines, but the easiest way to do this is going to be selecting all of the line items that are on that document and then choosing a mass action, and we are going to set the total price. In this case, we're going to set the extended price of each of our items to $0. So I'll apply that action. And now when I close this, you'll notice that the extended price is $0. Therefore, the total of the whole document will be $0. Now I can close the item details to go back onto the document, and you will see that the total line is now not showing. Now, one thing to note here is that when you do change any of the cost items on your document and maybe you put the cost or the price to $0, we're not going to be impacting our internal job budget. This is strictly to edit this one document, and so you don't need to worry about that transferring over. Let's see this in a different document type. So if I go back to my budget, I'm going to create maybe a vendor order. This could be a work order to ask my vendors to get some work done for me. So I'll click on plus document and I'll choose the vendor order template that I'd like. So I have a work order one. We'll create that. And now I'm going to send it to AJ Perry Plumbing and Heating for all of my plumbing line items. So I'm going to select all of those lines. Now we'll click create. So at this point, it is showing financial information on this work order. So I can then go ahead and just hide maybe my quantity and unit cost, also hide the totals. And remember, we have to get this total down to $0 for this total line to disappear. So we'll click Edit Item Details again to go behind the scenes of the document. Or of course, I could go one by one into each of these lines and zero them out as well. So let's do that with this one. So we can do $0. And then we'll close, and then I'll have to do it also for labor. And in this case, we'll do $0. And as soon as I zero those out, that line that says total will disappear. Now at this point, I can also go into maybe my group header, add some descriptions and specifications to this. I could also add some further instructions in the description portion of maybe each of my cost items for my vendor to know exactly what I need done on the job. We'll hit save, and then we're ready to send this off to the vendor as a work order, and then they can go ahead and sign it or acknowledge that they have received it. And in this case, I do require them to sign it. There we go. If you have any questions, contact your customer success manager, or you can email support@jobtread.com, and we'll be sure to help you out.